What's going on, guys? JoeSFM here, taking a look at some of my first battles in the Master League Premier Cup. Not Master League Premier Classic anymore. Classic is dead. These are level 50 battles. I did climb with this team, I will say that, in my first 5 sets. I climbed a little bit under 100, played a little bit more today as well, and I was pretty neutral on the day, climbed just slightly. So I do think it's a solid team, even though I'm going to be real with y'all, it doesn't make a lot of sense. We don't have a true answer for Dragon Breath Gyarados on this team, but Mamoswine doesn't do great, but it can at least put pressure on it, and Metagross as well. It's not the best matchup, but you can put pressure on it. Outside of that, also core broken by things like Avalugg, but you don't see Avalugg very often. I did see a few of them, and I've included them in this video, so you can at least see how those battles played out as well. We're gonna jump into some of these battles. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let's get it going. All right, so Waterfall Gyarados on my Metagross. Definitely not what I want to see, but Meteor Mash is just such a solid move. Even though it's resisted, it puts them into the yellow. We're almost at the next one. I'm going to throw up a shield here. I don't mind. I can go ahead and get my next Meteor Mash off, which will be putting some solid pressure on them. It was Avalugg, right? We don't want our Dragonite on that at all. We're going to take double super effective from all of the ice type attacks. I'm going to be building up and going for another Meteor Mash here. If I can get the shields down, maybe Dragonite can handle that Avalugg in game. We'll see. We do grab the final shield there. It was CMP as well. So I'm going to go ahead and let Metagross go. Hoping that I can farm down this Gyarados before they are able to swap. But they do get the quick swap, and Dragonite coming in, taking it to the Dragon Claw. And that's going to be GG's. Well played to my opponent. Triple hard counter technically there. But able to pull it out with some careful energy management. Yeah, Gyarados still alive, but we do get the farm down. Just barely. So GG's. Well played. I was pretty hyped after that one, so I had to make sure we kept that one up front. All right, Excadrill lead. They will try to catch. In fact, the first day that I played, the first four sets, every single Excadrill caught before I finally learned just don't throw the superpower because they're going to try to catch. Just don't throw it. And they actually ended up catching there. So I guess this was one of my earlier ones. So I throw the superpower into my Milotic. It actually does more anyways, so I guess it's fine. Our steel type moves are resisted here, but I can go for the Earthquake. They're going to hit me with a Surf. It's not going to be doing too much damage. Puts me into the yellow. No big deal. I'm going to be able to overfarm and then go for the Earthquake. So Earthquake will be plenty to take off from here. Wasn't sure if Meteor Mash would. It does, of course, hit hard. It would have been really close, but I didn't think it would. Out comes Excadrill. I'm just going to go for the Meteor Mash here. It's resisted, but Excadrill is pretty glassy. It's going to put them into the red. So yeah, they decide to go ahead and no shield it. They can't mud shot me down. They are forced to throw here, and that puts me in a pretty good position because I can farm this down with either of my other two Pokemon. I'm going to come in with Mamo, actually. I decided that I want the energy on Mamo a little bit more than I want the energy on Dragonite. And they're going to come out with the Togekiss, so this is beautiful. And this is why I've seen a lot of people talking about move updates that they want. And some people are saying they want Charm reverted back, that it never needed to be nerfed. This right here is a beautiful example of why Charm needed to be nerfed and why it's where it needs to be. Because before, Togekiss with 2 shields, even though I'm doing super effective damage with Mamoswine and getting through these avalanches pretty quickly, they could just 2-shield through and just sweep my team. With the Charm nerf, we're going to be able to make it to this 3rd avalanche and take out the Togekiss. So I'm thankful for the Charm nerf. I mean, I even played with some Shadow Gardevoir on stream the other day. I felt like the Charms were doing plenty, to be honest. But anyways, yeah. GG's, well played to my opponent. Another Excadrill lead. Let's see if I play this one better and prevent the catch. I'm going to be farming up and hopefully not throwing my superpower until after I see what they brought in. Rock Slide comes through, puts me into the yellow, and there is the... See, they kind of came in early there, though. And I do have a bad habit. I was throwing the Dragon Claws whenever people brought in Dragonites originally. Mamoswine's such a hard answer for this. Just swap into Mamoswine. Save your energy, right? Save your energy. So I'm going to go for the Avalanche here before they make it to another Dragon Claw. Now we'll be taking out the Dragonite. Excadrill can come back in. We are in Drillrun range at this point, but I'm also close to the Avalanche. I'm going to actually build up to the high horsepower. We don't need the high horsepower. I mean, Avalanche won't quite KO, but it will put them into the red, so they're going to throw up a shield regardless. And I'm going to even make it to another Avalanche. because they didn't throw. They could have thrown. They could have thrown. But you get to the third avalanche in only 5 versus 6. So I think that does still throw some people off. Shields are down, so I'm going to go ahead and just pivot. Take this thing out. Waste. They have 100 energy right now. We're going to waste it all. So goodbye, Excadrill. Out comes a Garchomp. They'll get a farm down. Don't quite make it to that Dragon Claw. But we don't even have to show the third here. We're going to make it to another avalanche. I just showed up this Sand Tomb. Even if I had Metagross, like up a shield, Metagross can handle this thing. Especially since they're running Dragon Tail and not Mudshot. Out comes the avalanche, and that's going to be GG's. Don't even gotta show the Metagross. Let's go. All right, into the next one. Dragonite Mirror. All right, so I play this a little bit funny. I stay in just for a second, and they're going to swap out into Mamoswine. Reason I want to stay in for a second is in case they're running double steel. If they're running double steel, they, in theory, should swap out immediately because they want to draw out my best steel answer, right? They don't swap out, then I want to draw out potential fighter, I guess. Like Metagross doesn't love to see fighters. Not exactly ABA, except for to fire. Nobody's really running Chandelure right now, so I think we're fine there. Snorlax, we are a little bit ABB too, because Superpower can hit the Mamoswine very hard. Outside of that, it's not true ABB, but Mamoswine and Metagross are both better answers for their Dragonite anyways, so I might as well pivot out. Anyways, here comes the Avalanche. Going to be grabbing a shield right there. They're going to be farming up, but they're already into the yellow. And I can come in with Metagross. Superpower does, I think, like 45%, not quite 50%. I think I let this, no, I do decide to shield it up. I shielded it up because I was like, this is a guaranteed superpower. In hindsight, probably just take that. You probably just take that. Regardless, they're coming out with a Magnezone. We can just get the Earthquake here, and then we're going to make it to a superpower. Even from a Shadow Magnezone, Wild Charge does not one-shot a Dragonite, and yeah, I had a little bit of health missing, but we're going to easily survive this. Yeah, it's not even close. So we get to the superpower. I think Dragonite wins CMP too. I think that's what just happened. The superpower definitely takes out from here, and I think I can farm. Nope, they're going to get the farm down. Yeah, we're still outside of superpower range. We're good. We're good. In fact, I don't even think this is a superpower. That's definitely GG's. Well played to my opponent. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now, the other thing I forgot to mention at the beginning, ABA week 2 is Metagross. I do have a Metagross battle in this video. I'm pretty sure. I played them wrong for forever, and I finally figured out how to play them. Anyways, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Magnezone lead. Like I said, we can take a Wild Charge. No reason to shield. They do get the attack drop, but it's not really going to matter. Superpower is still going to one-shot from here. I'm pretty sure Magnezone's not the bulkiest. So we go straight for it. They throw up a shield. That's fine. I can match shields. They actually let me make it to this next superpower. So there it is again. The Dragonite definitely does win CMP. They let that go. Oh, no. That was not CMP. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. I try to catch the Wild Charge here. Instead, they're going to be able to chip me with a Mirror Shot. Mirror Shot's not that strong of a move, so I wasn't too worried about it. We do lure out the Waterfall Gyarados. So, this is what we want, right? Neither of my back 2 Pokemon really want to see Waterfall Gyarados. I'd much rather have that aligned onto my Dragonite. So, we're going to come in with Dragonite. They're going to be able to get to a Crunch. Crunch would be just about lethal, if not lethal. So I do throw up a shield, knowing that my Dragonite with energy is pretty good against most things, except for the things that Metagross walls, like fairies. Out comes the Avalugg. Cool. We won. At this point, we won. We could just go ahead and go for the superpower and then come in with our Metagross. All we gotta do is make it a 1 meter mesh. Even if they're running Crunch, it doesn't matter. So they do top left, and that's going to be GG's. Well played. Team just worked as it was supposed to there. But it was important. It was important that I pivoted. It was important that I pivoted to lure out that Gyarados. I guess even though I say it's like not true ABB, yeah, we do have some shared weaknesses in the back. Pretty important. So Snorlax lead. I should mention, if you want to, you could probably run this team with Gyarados in the lead instead. But this is a lead that's definitely more comfortable with Dragonite because you can go superpower. Does not take them out. They're going to get another Body Slam. I'm fine with throwing up a shield to keep some health on my Dragonite. Dragonite is going to be debuffed, but I am going to go ahead and get the farm down. That way I get so much energy. That's a ton of energy. Coming with Florges, I'll pivot. We lure out an Excadrill. that should be game in theory, because Metagross is going to completely wall that Florges, and we have enough energy on Dragonite that we should be able to take out this Excadrill. Again, always build up to the high horsepower, but always still the Avalanche, because you win the 1s and 2s straight Avalanche, only the 0s you win that you need to go high horsepower. Excadrill is just not bulky enough to take these Avalanches plus the Powder Snows. We got the second shield there. Yeah, look, we've only done Powder Snow damage. They're into the yellow. They've hit us with the Drill Run. It's not a fair fight. It's not. So take me out there. I can come in. I'm just immediately throwing this superpower. If they caught there, we'd still be fine. We'd still be fine. We immediately take them out. We pivot into Florges, or into Metagross to answer for Florges, and that's going to be GG's. Well played. Into the next one, Dragonite, Magnezone. Got another Magnezone lead here. Try to keep a variety of leads, but also just interesting backlines as well. So could be a different backline here. I'm gonna go ahead and eat the first one. They do Wild Charge immediately. Good on them. They swap out into Gyarados. Yeah, so this is why. I threw a bad timing here. I don't know if y'all saw that. The second waterfall snuck in for free. I want to see the Gyarados here. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a shield because I need to take out this Gyarados. They're going to throw the Aqua Tail. That's all they need to throw. We're going to throw the next Dragon Claw here. And this time it was on good timing. No sneak. That's great. I have back-to-backs, really? I'm going to be able to get the second one off. They should be taking out the Gyarados. Like, who's going to want to go down 2 shields? Well, this trainer is. And I think if I would have got 3 more Dragon Breaths, I might have been able to take them out. Or at least put them in single bullet punch range. They wouldn't have got to this crunch. And that's pretty important. So move timing is important. I've talked about it on this channel before. I'm not the best with it. It's pretty important. And then they make this misplay though. They're not at the Wild Charge. They're not at it. They're 1 short. That's only a mirror shot. I do come in Mamo, which is, I guess, questionable. But I figured maybe that Meteor Mash would be useful later. Honestly, I should have just thrown it. Thrown the Earthquake, take them out. Machamp in the back. We're going to go high horsepower. It does do more raw damage, less energy efficient. It puts them into the red. It puts them in Powder Snow down range. And that's really all I need. So yeah, we actually take him out there. And we're going to make it to another high horsepower. So, Mamos win. We're going to close out the game real strong. Yeah, in hindsight, like, making that Earthquake made no sense because we're going to end up losing CMP to that Magnezone in game. So that could have been a lose con. Don't do that. Don't do it. Misplays there, but we're good. All right, Dragon Tail Garchomp. You can see these Dragon Tails are doing more than my Dragon Breaths, but I have a super effective charge move. I'm going to go ahead and throw this Dragon Claw. We're staying in. We're going to make it to another one. You need to throw the Sand Tomb at some point if they're running it. Make it to the next Dragon Claw. Grabs the second shield. I'm going to come in with Mamo. They pivot out into a Waterfall Gary. So we've got rid of our Waterfall Gyarados answer, and we don't really want to give up both shields because of then the Garchomp just goes crazy against my Metagross. I'm actually going to go ahead and bring in Metagross. Go ahead and get it out of the way. I expected them to go straight crunch. They bait me with the Aqua Tail. Not great, but those shields are gone. We can throw this Meteor Mash, take them out. So now I still have a pretty healthy Mamo, plus a Metagross with a little bit of energy. Have I loaded? I mean, somewhat loaded. I don't think they make it to 2 moves unless they bait here. Throw up a shield and they do bait. I'm like, shoot, do they make it? Do they make it to the Earth Power? They try to throw one more Dragon Tail and they go down. And then Togekiss in the back. So Togekiss had nowhere to go against my back line. So GG's well played my opponent. All right, into the next one. Here it is, Metagross lead. So there's only 1 shield scenario that Dragonite wins. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. It wins the 0s and the 2s. It wins the 0s and the 2s, but you have to bait twice in the 2s, and no one's ever going to play that out. But since I was building to the back-to-back superpowers, they try to catch. They come in with their own Dragonite. I chip and dip. We get the full farm down. So we took no charge move. Didn't have to give up a shield there. I can build up to the high horsepower and bait with the Avalanche. I'm always going to bait with the Avalanche unless shields are down because they're always going to shield. Plus, the Avalanche is going to be near lethal from here. So here, I don't even build up to the high horsepower because they had the Meteor Mash, and I would just want to do as much damage as possible. They decided to double shield. I got the superpower ready. I'm just going to come in and throw it. I thought it'd be enough to take out. You're going to see it's not quite. It's not quite. So this is how much superpower does. But it was CMP, so we're good. We're good. We can come in with our own Metagross. They might have a Meteor Mash ready to go, and they do. But they can't hold a Meteor Mash and an Earthquake. So I can actually, well, I guess you can. Meteor Mash 45, 55 for Earthquake. Okay, I guess you can. But they weren't at it. The point is they're not at it. Out comes a Garchomp. We're up a shield. That's huge. That's huge because we lose this if we're not up a shield. Oh, we have 2 shields actually. So unless they're running Mudshot and Sand Tomb, we have that win in the bag. So they top left. And that's going to be GG's. We'll play. All right, Florges lead. Worst case scenario, right? I actually saw a few fairy type leads. I only saw Florges and Togekiss. I never saw Primarina. Primarina lead, you just lose, I think. But Florges and Togekiss, you play the same. Typically, they got the same backline. From what I saw, they all had the same backline. So I'm gonna come out with the Excadrill here, and Excadrill is just not an answer for Mamoswine. We've talked about this. We win the 1s and 2s going straight Avalanche. So no reason to throw high horsepower. Just go straight Avalanche. Win switch. That's all you gotta do. We're gonna throw the Avalanche here. They throw up a shield. Cool. 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 I actually decided I want energy to threaten that Florges when it comes back in. I think that's a misplay though. I think that's a misplay because I could have given Dragonite a shield against whatever's in back, and I decided not to. I don't know why I did that. That's a bad play. High horsepower again does do more damage. I was not making it to 2 avalanches, so we're going to go for the high horsepower, and it does a lot. It does do a lot. Puts them into the yellow. We're going to come in with Metagross. I guess the good thing is, like, after that high horsepower, it's really 2v1, and I can play it as such. So I can go for the Meteor Mash here. I can come in with Dragonite. Yeah, they top left. So GG's, well played. Don't use the shield if you don't have to. Just don't. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, whatever. In comes another Excadrill. I thought I cut one of these Excadrill leads. There were so many. There were just so many. Hopefully I play this one right. I don't know. We'll see. Rock Slide coming through. Going to do a lot. I swear. I could not stop getting caught on. I swear it. There was definitely some games that I did not throw, that I did not let them catch. But you know what? This one's actually fine. This is actually fine because I don't know that a Meteor Mash KOs Primarina. It's only neutral. So maybe we needed that superpower. Maybe we did. I don't know. Maybe that's wishful thinking. Again, just going to go for the Meteor Mash here. They would outpace through the Earthquake. I just want the damage. And we get the damage. Puts them into the red. They're going to build up a little bit extra. I think they're at 2. Maybe they're 1 short. I read that it's double charm. I'm like, you know, I can bullet punch through you. If it's a charmer, they're going to take so much from these bullet punches. And it is a fairy. It's not a charmer. And this seems fine, but it's about to get a lot worse. We get a shield with the Meteor Mash. We're doing a lot with these bullet punches, but look what their bait move is. Look at this. You're not going to expect it. It's a Petal Blizzard. Mamoswine is going to take super effective from this. So I'm like, do I need to catch? I don't know the counts for Petal Blizzard. I was going to do one more and I was going to try to catch. They're throwing. I'm like, oh no. How much does this do? Puts me into the red. Holy. We're not making it to 2 avalanches anymore. We're not. I throw the first one. I come in with my Dragonite. I go with the superpower. It's only single resisted. The Dragon Claw is double resisted. I need this to be enough. I need it to be enough. Puts them into the red. It's not enough, but they can't farm down. They actually go for a catch there, but it doesn't matter. We get the Dragon Breath down. Holy! Let's go. So GG's to all my opponents. I had a lot of fun with this team. I know it doesn't necessarily make sense. I actually saw Wholesome. If y'all know Wholesome over on Twitch, y'all probably know Wholesome. Playing the same team today, and he was having some success with it as well. My Metagross is not all the way leveled up. The other two are, by the way. So I don't know. I recommend it if you're looking for a team. I think it's a pretty accessible team. That was kind of my goal. But also just using what I had. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like. Let me know what you're running in the comments down below, or if you're taking a week off, let me know that too. Kind of interested to hear from y'all. I really am. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to my channel members for your support. And until next time, this is Chillus FM reminding you to always keep pushing forward.